We have multiples, so let's do the first one now. Just keep one visionary. The mill. That mill is nice because now the other ones are better and we can play Ren. Oh yeah! Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does this guy wear the same hoodie every single day? Well, no. We've been live for 9 hours creating content on day 1 of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. This will be our 4th deck, and I keep setting the bar higher and higher and higher. I don't really know how we're continuing through our day with those momentum, but it's absolutely incredible. Today, we have Selesnya Enchantments / Selesnya Self-Mill, a new archetype we've not seen really before at all. We have Brilliant Restoration as our main card in the deck, milling all of these enchantments and then slamming them all back into play. It's pretty bonkers, and it really reminds me of Emergent Ultimatum. It's kind of funny how the words get mixed up together sometimes. However, with this being said, in today's video, we'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies, then we'll showcase this all in today's gameplay footage, wrapping up with our final thoughts, deck review, card of the day. So make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. It really does help support the channel, and maybe even tell a friend. That would be absolutely bonkers cool of you. Hey, have you heard about Hello Good Game on YouTube? He makes cool Magic decks every single day. Go check him out. All right, let's take a look at today's deck. All right, we gotta hit you with the call to actions. I know it's pretty cringe, but with these decks, well, it's worth it. This is a Brilliant Sunrise, a Selesnya green and white enchantment / self-mill. We will be milling ourselves to take advantage of the Brilliant Restoration for 7 sorcery speed, returning all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is pretty bonkers considering we just got released to us within Kamigawa enchantment creatures. So you're going to get a body in play, and you can bring it back from the grave, which is pretty cool. So enchantments typically aren't always the greatest if you don't have any defensive board state. And we do like creatures for this reason, just to kind of slow things down and then get some removal out. So Brilliant Restoration, the main card of the deck. We will be milling ourselves. We'll focus on this next. One of our main sources of continuous mill would be Ren and 7 for 5 loyalty +1. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all of the land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard, right? So those enchantments into the graveyard, that's what we want here. We're also grabbing lands so we can continue to ramp into the restoration. For 0, we can put any number of land cards from our hand into the battlefield tapped. -3, creating a Tree Folk token. Power and toughness equal to the number of lands we control. And then -8, returning all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. And really, all we're looking for here with Ren and 7 is that +1 ability over and over and over again. Much like we prefer to have creatures in play to defend against the aggro decks, kind of slow them down. The Planeswalker acts in a similar fashion where it will absorb some of our opponent's, spell damage or spell value, I guess, is a good way to think of it, because it could be some amount spell or a destroy. It doesn't have to be damage, right? But it's going to distract them, and that's the main point. Moving away from this, there is additional mill within Teachings of the Kirin. When it enters play as a Saga, mill 3 cards and then create a 1/1 colorless creature token. After our next draw step, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature we control, and then on the following draw step, we will exile it and transform it into Kirin Touch Orichi. Pardon my pronunciation. This is a 1/1 enchantment creature, Snake Munich. And when it attacks, you get to choose 1. Either exile a creature card from a graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. That's pretty decent to defend, right? More chump blockers. Or we can exile a non-creature card from a graveyard. When we do, we'll put a +1/+1 counter on a creature we control. So it kind of depends not only on what you want to do with your field state, but what your opponent has in their graveyard. Because if it's a Planeswalker and they've got Blood on the Snow, Snowlands out, we want to get rid of things in their graveyard that are going to interact with us. Flashback, Disturb, there are plenty of mechanics that will be shut down by this, which is really cool. We can also mill ourselves with the Crawling Infestation for 3. This is an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 2 cards, and whenever 1 or more creature are put into our graveyard from anywhere during your turn, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This ability only triggers once each turn. Absolutely fantastic, filling up our graveyard with more enchantments, and it kind of plugs up the field with those 1/1 green insects, which we really like. We can also mill through Jukai Visionary for 2. It's a 1/3 legendary creature, Snake Druid. We play it for 2, and then we can, once it has Summoning Sickness removed, pay to tap it to bounce it back to our hand. So using it as a chump blocker, right? We declare it as a defender, and then before combat damage, we tap it and bounce it, and then unless it had trample, that damage is going to be interrupted, which is really nice. And then we're going to look at the top 4, put a land into the battlefield tapped, which is a nice ramp, and then the rest go into the graveyard. So again, slowing our opponent down with the chump block while simultaneously ramping is really cool. We have Channel here for 2 plus double X to discard it. Return X non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. We will be returning the Restoration to our hand if we mill it on accident. We also have Dryad's Revival while we're on that note to return target card from your graveyard to your hand, flashback for 5. If we do mill it, we can still play it from the grave. Reducing the cost of our enchantments through Jukai Naturalist for 2, a 2/2 enchantment creature, human monk with lifelink. Enchantments you're going to cast will do so for 1 less, which is super exciting. Jugun defends the temple for 3. On entry, create a 1/1 human monk creature token that taps to add mana, ramping us into the restoration. Cool beans. Next up, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Really cool here. Teaching also puts those counters on, so we're assembling +1/+1 counters on all of our creatures. We do have more on that later. Then exile and transform the Rising Star 2/2 flying. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you may pay X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on it. What an incredible mana sink. Holy Toledos, that's cool. And then as long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, it gets +5/+5 and has trample. That's a 7/7 with flying and trample. Woof. Belladar Retreat will also help us modify our creatures in a hurry. It's a 4 mana enchantment with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, choose 1, creating a 2/2. We can also put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control, giving them vigilance, which is, you know, really, really cool. So go wide, make some 2/2 cats, and then start powering everybody up. Certainly one of the more powerful cards in the deck. I wish we could include more of them. However, consistency is the name of the game, more so than overall power. The Hallowed Haunting, 4-drop enchantment. As long as you control 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control have flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a 1/1. Not a 1, an XX white spirit creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits you control, which is pretty goofy, right? So playing a bunch of enchantments on top of the Hallowed Haunting. The reason we're not running 4 copies of it in this build is because the Brilliant Restoration flashes all of our enchantments in at once, and the Haunting is whenever you cast. If it was whenever enchantment enters, then definitely we'd be having 4 copies of that in the build. But it is more important for us to have a lot of mill in the build, while the ability to just fold everything out from the grave rather than turn 4ing the Haunting every game, right? That's why we're only running 2 copies. Just an important keynote here. Then we have Doomscar, destroying all creatures, foretell for 2 less mana for 3, which is really nice. Glorious Sunrise, 5 mana enchantment at the beginning of combat on your turn. Choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1, gain trample, right? So retreat, +1/+1 vigilance. Sunrise, +1/+1 trample. Rock and roll. Let's go. We can also give a land the ability to tap for 2 additional mana, which would be 3 forests. We can draw a card if we control a creature with power 3 or greater, or gain 3 life. So there is a ton of value within the Sunrise. We have the Seed of the Empire. We also have Who Endures, 4 damage to tapped, attacking or blocking creature, and then Who Endures, artifact, enchantments, or lands we can destroy, which is really, really cool through the channels. And then World Tree will help us gain access to Brilliant Restorations for white mana more consistently, which is really nice. Holy Toledos, my head is spinning. Catilda is in the deck. There's a little bit more here. Power and toughness are equal to the number of enchantments and spirits that we control, which is really cool. Protection from vampires, flying, lifelink. We can replay it for 5 as an enchantment on a creature just to give it the same things, right? +X+X, and then flying, lifelink, which is decent. And then Wedding Announcement. Such sick value. Enchantment, end step, create a 1/1 unless you attacked with 2 creatures, in which case you'll draw a card. Putting a counter on it, when you get 4 counters, transform it into the Wedding Festivities. An additional +1/+1 on all the creatures is going to be mighty cool when we're swinging in with trample, right? That is the deck. I hope you guys enjoy. Brilliant Sunrise is it's a cool deck. You're really going to enjoy today's gameplay footage. But before we get there, I urge you to like the video to help support the channel. comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, maybe even become a Patreon or a YouTube supporter. Well, I don't know, right? It's gonna be up to you. Just your attention's good enough for me. And most importantly, more importantly than all of that, have a magical day, right? So enjoy today's gameplay. Going first, 2 land with a naturalist. It could be worse. Hopefully they don't remove it. That would be sad. Nelia. Cool name, cool name, cool name, cool name. Forest in play. Green source. Gotta get those manners in play. Ooh, and tapped. We want to go in with the monk as it makes the mana ramp. Hopefully we just find a land. Egg, not great. So let's attack for 2. Grab some life off the egg. Right? I mean, they can easily defend it. No land is sad. I'm going to be honest. Not great. We are reducing and ramping, though, which is, kind of hopefully count for something. Maybe we can wiggle through. I doubt it. The egg. I've not built an egg deck. I bet the egg is amazing in this set. Double egg. A double egg on taunt. What are you talking about? 2 target creatures. Alright. It's could tap for 3. Wedding announcement. And a teaching. We're getting a lot done on 2 land. Oh, we just milled 2 restorations. No! Oh, Lord have mercy. Not great. Alright, so we somehow have 4 creatures in play on 2 land. I'm worried about these. Man, like, all it takes is a draconic intervention to ruin my day. And if we can sneak a land and then sunrise. Actually, oh yeah. Yes. I suppose the nice thing here is we have value in play, so if there were to be a field wipe, we have those enchantments that will self-exile and transform. That may not be the worst. It is an active spike field. Let's push up the naturalist for the life gain. Jugun defends the temple, will transform. Beladar retreat in play. Land in on top. Let's push everyone up. We now have enough modified creatures for the Rising Star to get that +5/+5 trample. Still has Summoning Sickness here, though. These smoldering eggs are gonna get fuck nasty. And we're up to 30 life, though. And we do draw here through the multiple attackers. Get that land. We already played a land, but we bricked so hard that I don't mind getting another one. I'm worried about the field wipe. Right? They could deal with our modified creatures and bring the Rising Star down by 5. Which is less than ideal. They potentially have 5 mana, 4 as they're in tapped. That will transform both eggs, but then they won't do much with them. Interesting. They do have Defender, though, so they're just cycling through. We will decline this. I want my mana for other things. And And this is where it gets weird, right? We just want to grab trample. So push in on everyone with the +1/+1. And hopefully there's not a counter spell here. Decent. +1 and trample. They have to deal with the Rising Star. I mean, that's a 10/10. Interesting. They self-command, which is really good to make that treasure. That's really good. That treasure saves them. Because now these dragons can deal 2 damage each, 4 damage. Ooh! Hopefully they don't have a Fading Hope or a Spike Field. Know what I mean? Lord have mercy. This is a big hit. A lot of pressure here. And we didn't even, we're not even using our Brilliant Restoration here. Woof. They have 1 mana to stop a lot. It needs to be a bounce on the Rising Star, double damage to one of the 4/4s. I guess. I don't know. Yikes. It's a lot of value, bro. We can bring the Brilliant Restorations back from the grave. We have plenty of grave recursion. But it is kind of funny that we milled both of them. This is the complex block. So if they're leaving the 10/10, they definitely have a Fading Hope. And they're going to bounce that Rising Star. And then they're going to deal 2 damage to the 4/4. We get 5 damage in. We kill a dragon for another 3 damage through trample. Oh, it's not great. It's a Spike Field. So the Rising Star remains. Interesting. If I had the mana, like it matters. A lot of damage here, though. We're killing both of those dragons. And then -2 as well. Oh! Whoa! Alright. Alright. Nice. Top 200. Let's go. I'm having the most fun today. Like, this is our 4th deck we've made today. And, Ah! Alrighty then. Keeping 7. Let's go. Farmland intact. Ooh. We'll actually use it to ramp. We can interrupt an attack, I believe, here. Oh, it's past turn. It's nice interaction, right? We're stopping an attack. I bet you got 2 Blizzard Brawls in that hand, too, don't you? Back to our hand. Ramp it real good. Ah, that restoration into the graveyard. Again. Gosh dang it, man. I would love just to field wipe, because the draw engines. It's the draw engines that really upset me here. Draw engine sucks. Like, we should... Oh, man, I don't know. We probably should have just killed those wolves with the Doomscar. I think we may have misplayed. I'm being greedy, though. I'm being super greedy. One, two, three. We need one more white source. Blessing of Frizzost. Okay, so this is a big draw. We should have taken them. I can't believe we didn't do it. We're getting hit for 10 and they draw an additional 2. Wow, okay. That actually sucks. Punished beyond belief. Why did I not kill those wolves? I can't believe it. Let's grab some life. Do they have haste? Guaranteed they have haste. Well, that's not it. We need many more Doomscars here. We're in rough shape. Well, you say that. Ren 7 out. She should survive. They might still take her. We can have extra green sources from the sunrise, so that's fine. Do we want to have that tap for 3 green? At this point, I think we do. And then we can play the temple. Or the... well, no, it's 3 green. It has to be the temple. I was going to say wedding announcement, but the white source is overridden, right? It's either 1 white or 3 green. So now we get the creature to ramp for even more mana, which is nice. So, you know, we're in view of a brilliant restoration. We have an announcement, a haunting, 2 haunting. So, you know, even that's not that bad. Another blessing. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Brennan 7, you've done us a wonderful service. Thank you for your time. We will not forget you. The trample damage is nasty, yo. Let's just do it. Do it real good. Do the same thing with the land. Visionary in play. And that's going to trigger the hauntings. And then the wedding announcement also triggers. We're in rough shape here. It's not good. But it might give us a leg to stand on, question mark? We'll do our best. We'll do our best. We've been on a pretty hot streak today, so I believe that it can continue, right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. Oh, we've got a nice raid and host from Lady Lavanias. Thank you so much. I'm just recording a YouTube video. Give me 1 second. Oh, that is unpleasant. 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Oh, I do not like this. Not good, man. A little late retreat. We don't have modified creatures. Get that lifelink in play, reduce the cost of our enchantments. And we are making a ton of spirits. We need the mana, so we're declining. That would be a good target to pay X for, though, would be the Naturalist here. For the massive amount of life gain that it could provide. But I still think we're better off to just keep slamming, right? Get as much value in play as we can against mono green. And I would go out on a limb and say we've won this match. The streak continues. Easy peasy. You can't win them all, but you can definitely do your best. And come back from behind in stunning fashion. Oof. All right. Hollow Taunting, still good. Still good, you guys. On the draw, hand is, like, actually really intriguing. We just need the ramp, right? We need a lot of white sources. A World Tree would be fantastic. Maybe even, ask and ye shall receive. Oh, maybe like Prosperous Innkeeper for the ramp could be decent. The treasure. Oh, mono white. Mono white. Might be a little less than ideal. Looking for a field wipe, I guess. Okay, that's a lot of lands. But I guess if it brings us closer to a Doomscar, that's good news. Ooh! We have to just kill the Intrepid, right? Another white source. Here's another mill. Can we please get a Doomscar? Not milled. Don't mill the Doomscar. And now we'll draw a Doomscar, right? Pretty please, sir. I'm worried about Adeline. You know, it just is unpleasant. I think I might just take the damage. Ouch. It's unpleasant. Oh, Thalia stomps us, and I love the art. I don't use this Thalia art. Ouch. Okay, this is not good. Thalia, clutch, shutting us down so hard. Dang it, Thalia! What are you doing to me? That to me for, girl? She's like, she gets me all flustered. I can't even speak when I'm around her. Ugh. It's the eyes. The eyes are getting me. Oh, man, that's so much damage. $11 damage? Oh my gosh. But even at that, like, we are a land behind. And we wouldn't get the Doomscar out. Oh, what am I doing? We could have blocked a 1-1. Oops. Well, I like to take an additional damage when I'm, you know, fighting for my life. Keep things interesting, right? It's been a long day. This is our 4th video. Been live for over 8 hours, right? So, we've been out here. We out here, fam. They're gonna make an Usher counter. I mean, I don't see a way in which we win this. Just dead next turn, right? They land into a secondary Intrepid. Woof. I don't see any new cards here, though. A little confusing to me. We have another chump block. But, yeah, I just think we're dead. So we'd have to... We can't double block Thalia because Adeline's so tough. You're tough, girl. Yeah, that's game. Woof. Alright. We get put in our place. Thalia, still good. 216. We'll get there. That's fine. That was a nice hand. It's sad that we got beat down so badly. What do you do, though, right? Alright. 2 lands with the Naturalist is acceptable. Playing against mono white more. That's great. It's just what I wanted. Looking for a Doomscar, trying to avoid a Thalia and Redain. Don't you dare. Ugh. 2 matches in a row. Fantastic! Very cool opponent. Now, in stunning mono white fashion, we'll have an exile here. Brutal Cathar coming in hot. It happens. It happens. How many mono white decks can you face in a row, right? 15, 16? Stop it. All right, the Spirit in play with an Usher makes a 1-1. Thalia can hit for the first strike, and that's sad news. We're down to 18. Farmland out. Let's hit up the mill. 2 Ren and 7s. Ouch. Just going, fairly wide here. No attacks. I want to keep the Naturalist. We have a Sunrise next turn. Guaranteed they have Exile, though, and that's going to make things a lot harder. Because then we're back down to 4. Forced to most likely cast the Catilda. Which is a 4/4. Yeah, it's that Brutal Cathar. Brutal. A Brutality. It's a good card, man. But if we Doomscar, now we have a creature at our disposal still. No blocks. I know, it sucks. Down to 13. Counters on the Naturalist. Oh, Thalia. I was like, shouldn't this be reduced? LOL. Dang it, Thalia! You're at it again, aren't you? So I guess we'd be better off to Catilda here. Get the Summoning Sickness off of it. I think we played a land. I think we swing in, grab some life back. I doubt they double block. We'd kill both and we'd get our creature back, right? So I doubt it. Up to 16. Can't complain. Do they have more exile? Maybe some protection to make safekeeping might be worth our while. Definitely in this matchup anyways as a sideboard card. Okay. I mean, that's not exile. It's not great, though. I would still love a Doomscar. That would be fantastic. Glorious Sunrise might just draw us cards. I mean, I like the life gain. I also like the +1/+1 trample. Flyer can't attack. Nice. Okay, we get a break here. Felidar out. Land in play. Make the cat. Did I push the objective? Question mark? Probably. It's always the opposite of what I think, right? You have to inverse my decision making to be correct. And then when that starts working, we have to re-inverse. Oh gosh. Lunark is good. Very, very good. 2 of them is even better, and that is a Clarion Spirit 1/1. Oh, they're so wide. That's a lot of meat, man. Woof, an 11/6. Oh, I'll block the heck out of this. Do not give me that opportunity, my friend. I'll take it. I ain't scared. Oh, really? I guess that's actually a good choice. That 1 damage does go through. Right? They're tapped out. And we can replay Catilda as the enchantment. It's a hard call. Dahlia upsets me more than I'll ever be able to explain. Let's go wedding announcement. No attacks. We make the 1/1. Dahlia's so good. We're trying to dodge Skyclave apparitions. I almost called it a Skyclave Cathar. Oh, dang. That is bad news bears. Doomscar off the top would be fantastic. Yikes. That's really good. That's a big hit. It's not great. It's not great. Oh, man. We actually should have put it on the torched, I think. Their flyers are tapped. Greedy Guts. We only have to unblock the Intrepid. If they play another Intrepid, I'll cry. Killing our land. I mean, it does nothing. I don't really understand. Another white source. And that's actually going to help us, I think. Make the cat. Because it triggers our landfall, which is nice. I would still Doomscar if we pulled it. That would be fantastic. They're going to hit us in the air. Makes sense. They should be defending, though. We should leave one of those to defend, I think. And they're going to send it tonight by not casting. Which isn't great. So no attacks on the flyers. They want to defend. They have enough to double cast, probably. I want to bring Ren and 7 back with the Dryad. Whew, this is a high stakes match here. I'm nervous. Right? This is less than ideal. I have the rope up. I love the new stage. That kind of relaxes me. It takes the edge off a bit. But woof. This is an aggressive field state. Let's just chump block it. Counter out. Trample out. Do we go all in? I wouldn't mind the draw. Be conservative. Risky Biskers. Down to 4. Maybe we should have went all in, forced like a more aggressive block on their end. We're at 32 though, so they're gonna have to slam us down, much more so than what they have. More copies of the Intrepid is pretty brutal. Additional exiles is also pretty brutal. There's their first cast. Can they second drop on it to flip the Moonrage back into the brutal? Please don't be double exile. If they cast an exile spell here, it's a second cast, so it'll exile plus the Cathar re-exiles. Woof. At least we have Doom Scars that we will find eventually. We will get them eventually. And we have the Defender, so I don't really see an attack here. Right? I don't really see an attack. What? No, they're a madman or a madwoman. Individual, I guess. Maybe they're a collective. I don't know. This is blowing my mind regardless. Please explain like I'm 5. Oh, I see. Let's get rid of Thalia. Get rid of the Intrepid. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Interesting. That was a really good move for the Hopeful Initiate. We have so much life. Let's grab Ren and 7. Next, make more manners. May as well slam in with the life gain, right? Missing lethal, sure. Don't mind me. We have to defend. We only have 29 life. We have to be really careful. And then we're milling. World Tree out. Make a Catskis. We'll take lethal here. That was a punt. Pretty decent. Right? Some matches get out of hand and they're harder to kind of manage all the little aspects to it, the moving parts, if you will. And yeah, we should have swung in. I think we missed lethal. I was like, oh, just play defensively for Ren. You know, tunnel vision. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to toy with them. I just have tunnel vision. Hey, that's a good play. Maybe it's a good thing we defended. It almost looks like 34 damage. I'm kidding. We can't block the flyer. We can double block the initiate. Beautiful. Beautiful. I won't be a bully. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. I'm sorry. Trample. I really do want to go for a dig and see where we can get to. Um, but I'll just take lethal, right? I'll be respectable. I'm sorry I missed it last turn. Good game. Yeah, please remember I've been playing for 8.5 hours at this point. Mistakes are bound to happen. But also greatness at the same time. 190, let's go! This is, man, I don't know. Like, it's not enough land, and we have no plays without the third land. But if we can string 2 more land into this, very good. I'm going to keep it. That's not a land. This could be the beginning of the end already. Oh, again, double burned. A double burned. Okay. Another planes. 1 planes off of the top, please. Gobos! That's cool. Yes, we get the land. I don't want a Doomscar yet. Let's try to pull out that hand of theirs, right? Let's get some access to the rest of those cards. They could easily rebuild. 2 Bandit Lords. It's really good. I don't know where the land is. Not great. When the Goblin deck has more lands than you. I think I'm a mid-range deck, but I can't tell. It looks like I'm an aggro deck. Okay. I mean, that land is actually a problem. It's that den is a massive problem for us. Oh no. That's not good. About time. Okay, we're still, you know, not in great shape. I guess we could kill the land, though, right? Because it doesn't get the buff from the other goblins. Goblin Gathering. No haste. 2 mana left untapped. Oh, they remove it. Okay. That's 4 damage. I'm gonna be greedy. Please don't kill me, opponent. Kill Ren in 7. OP. Come on. Please hit Ren in 7. Interesting. There's no way they don't send them all there. Or they don't care about the plus. Interesting. This is 6 damage. No, only 5. Wow, I can't believe it. Mill some more. Nice, nice, nice. Doomscar. All right, all right, all right, all right. Wish we had another land to play the Catilda to block the Den, because we're going to lose Ren here. Ooh. We can kill the land when they bring it out. This is such a cool land. It's worth a lot of loonies. Cool beans. That's great news for us right now. That's really good. They get another land here, but as they should. Oh my lord. We have a couple things here. We have multiples, so let's do the first one now. Just keep one visionary. The mill. That mill is nice because now the other ones are better and we can play Ren. Oh yeah! Woo! We've got it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's nice to see Brilliant Restoration not immediately go to the grave on us like in our other matches. I'm feeling fairly confident. We're going to play Catilda and get that life up above 10. Because you never know if they have just a bunch of burn in their hand or something, right? That was awesome! Very cool. So for 8, we can play Ren and Catilda. Guess it doesn't matter where these go. They should both win on the tokens. And we just keep milling it. We did mill a Doomscar, which is not the greatest. No attack, straight chillin'. Oh no! Let's look what we could have grabbed back. Poor Gobos. If there was ever a match to have a double Doomscar, that was it. New battlefield. What do we have? We had an infestation, 2 infestations, a Felidar retreat. I mean, I guess that's a little bit. It's enough to make me smile anyways. Holy Toledos. 4 banging decks in one day. We're at 9+ hours recording. I've still got a couple more in me, which is pretty cool. Just having so much fun with the new sets. It really did mix up the meta. I love it. What do you guys think of the deck? Cool or what? Huh? How can we make it even cooler with your help? Maybe we can do that. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, and check out Card of the Dizzy. All right, here we go. This is Maul of the Skyclaves. Hopefully we can get it to focus. I know it's a little shiny. That's a full art holographic hashtag super duper rare for 3 mana. When it enters play, equip it to a creature. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has first Strizike. Talk about fun, right? Very cool. Oh, and flying, and flying, and flying. I forgot about flying. I'm so used to just putting it on Redain, who is flying anyways. But +2/+2 flying, and the equip is 4 if something happens to that creature. So shout out to Titan Shield for the sleevage. You can get 15% off that in the link tree and more. The link tree has a lot of cool stuff in it. Check it out. Recently remodeled for the set. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Have a magical day, and we'll see you soon.